your hook is probably not the reason that your content's not working. The truth is most content fails way before the hook because two things are not clear. The first thing is who is that video for? And the second is what problem is that video solving? Hooks are the thing that most people obsess over, and it makes sense because we're led to believe that the hook is the thing that is going to make our videos go viral and explode our following. When we post a piece of content and it underperforms or it goes viral, the first thing that people look at is those first couple of seconds. But the hook isn't the thing that we should be focusing on. We should be looking at that piece of content as a whole. We should be able to answer those two questions that I mentioned before. Who's it for? What problem is it solving? So before we even think about the hook, let's focus on those two questions. If you're not specific on who you're trying to talk to and what problems you're trying to solve, it doesn't give people a reason to come back and keep watching all of the content that you create. So you can try to reach everyone, and a good hook will help do that. But you can't connect with everyone. Your goal should be to have the right people watch all of your content, not have everyone watch one piece of content and then never come back. See, every single view on a piece of content represents time invested by an actual person. Say someone's scrolling on the For You page or the YouTube homepage. Your hook should be the thing that pulls the right people in and pushes the wrong people away. Oh, but I want to go viral and make that Mr. Beast money. Doesn't that mean I have to go as viral as possible? Well, look, generally, yes, more views are better than less. And I say generally because it actually depends on what your personal goals are as a creator. But as a business or someone with something to offer, views are just a vanity metric. The thing that we really should be chasing is retention. Now, I'm not talking about that No Nut November kind of retention. I'm talking about watch time. We want that watch time percentage to be as high as possible, and we want to minimize that drop-off rate that we see at the start of our content. In my opinion, retention is a higher marker of success than pure views. But if that's true, then why is there so much emphasis on hooks? Well, the truth is, they work. Mostly. A good hook can increase your reach, views, clicks, all of those things. And that's why the experts love to talk about them so much. They can jump on and say things like, I increased my clients' views by 5,000% just by optimizing their hooks. This might be true. The views might have actually gone up. But the problem is, raw views might not be the thing that you actually want. Views alone don't guarantee that you're going to increase your engagement, your followers. Doesn't mean you're going to actually build trust with those people that are watching, and it definitely doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to sell more to the people that are watching. Basically, views alone doesn't mean that people give a shit about your content. But the thing is, views are easy to show. A big increase in views looks impressive on a dashboard. It looks great in screenshots, and it's very easy to sell as proof that something works. What you don't often see measured is who stayed, who came back, and who took action because of that piece of content. The reason this isn't pushed as hard is because these things take time. It very rarely spikes overnight, and so it just doesn't make for like as sexy a result. So creators continue to focus on things like hooks and optimize for the wrong things. So it makes sense that people focus on hooks. They might end up getting more views. They might even get an uptick in followers, but the problem comes when they actually try to influence those followers. If all of that reach was achieved at the expense of genuine trust building and connection with the people watching, you're going to have a much harder time influencing those people to do the thing that you want them to do, whether that's visit your website, buy from you, or even more simply just watching more of your content. So how do we build that trust? Well, luckily, this is actually where it becomes very simple. You build trust by delivering value. If someone feels like the time that they spent watching your piece of content was worth it, you created value. And the more frequently you make someone feel that way, the more trust you build with that viewer. Perfect example. I've been following James Smith for years at this point. I've spent all of this time watching all of his organic content, subscribed to emails, even read the guy's books. Over the years, I've gotten so much value from all of his content that I decided to purchase the business mentorship. Now, I wasn't convinced to spend all that money on the mentorship after seeing one video. It took a long time and a hefty Black Friday discount, but that's not important. The point is, he had to produce a lot of content and build up that trust over time to convince me to spend. But we're not only talking about money here. Your viewers' time is an investment as well. Think about it. How much content is actually out there? There's hundreds of hours of content being posted every second. why would someone decide to watch you in place of everything else that's out there? You might be able to hook them in once, but if you want them to keep coming back, you need to make them feel like what you're offering is worth their time. Doing that consistently enough is how you build trust. And in my opinion, trust is a way more valuable asset than views. But the thing is, we live in a time of instant gratification, and views are an easy vanity metric to sort of jump on. And that's why all of the experts push them so hard, because it's way easier at a glance to look at someone's content and see how many views they got. You can't really measure how much trust they've built. Most of the advice you'll see from these experts is all about quick wins and instant gratification. But if you want to build an audience that genuinely cares, there's a link below to a free resource where I show you how to structure a video that's optimized for trust building. Or you can check out this video where I break down a psychological principle you can implement into your videos that guarantees you're delivering value and keeps people coming back.